Coach, your thoughts today, looking to bounce back? I think you got to feel pretty good about this one. This was a solid victory today against a good team.
Yeah, that's what we were. I mean, we watched Missouri Western on film all week. I mean, you look at their scores, you look at their team. I mean, you look at their size, you look at their speed. I mean, that's a very good MIAA football team. We were worried coming in, just because they're everything an MIAA team is, and if you don't step out and play, you're going to get beat, and they can beat you. And I was extremely happy with, the way we kind of grinded out in the first half. We didn't get down. We just kind of kept doing our thing. Defense played lights out, we just kind of got going. And then, the big play strike through the air got us, got some points on the board. And, in defense, we kept getting us back on the field. That's what helped us. So, all in all, extremely happy with the victory. Maybe the unsung hero was maybe the special teams play. Didn't lose anything in special teams, but also created some scores with special teams. The punt there at the end scored 7 for us. I mean, that's big. The kickoff team, we've got to keep it away from their good returner, and I think we have great field position. They didn't have great field position after our kickoffs all night, so good team win.
How about the trick play? I know you practice them a lot. You don't rarely use them. How about that one? That was a slow developing play that really got Raquan wide open down the far sideline.
Yeah, sometimes we got a bunch of them, don't we, TJ? And they're a lot of fun in practice, and sometimes we get what we're doing, and sometimes we don't like to get behind the sticks, and if you miss a trick play, then but we knew, especially in that first half, our interior run game wasn't just exactly clicking. We knew that we needed to get a spark. We had a nice little turnover in there, and Coach Thatcher dialed it up and executed it. The great thing about trick plays, it's either you kind of roll the dice. It's either big or it's a bust, and I'm glad we're on the good side of it.
How about the defense today? Great bounce.
Lights out. Defensively, what I was happy with is we controlled the front. I thought our defensive line controlled their offensive line, and that allowed our flat players to get a little further outside. They were trying to run pass option us, and to do that, you got to control the line of scrimmage so our defensive backs can play pass. And great team defense today. Really had them back on their heels all day, and did a great job.
Certainly got to feel today's performance get you back on track.
Absolutely. We had a bad taste in our mouth coming off of Fort Hays last week. Another thing too, you get going in that second half, you get up 3 touchdowns, you're sitting there still panicking. So maybe we learned from that experience. So it's a good day.
Thanks for the time.
Yep.
That was Loper head coach
Talking about coming back from last week. At what point, even though you go through practice all week and you're talking to the guys and they're saying the right thing and you're saying the right thing, is there some point in the game where you thought, okay, we're going to be all right?
Yeah, I think when your defense gets out there and gives the effort that they give in the first half, and we did that against Fort Hays for the most part. However, I felt that we come in at halftime. I heard guys talking about what we did last week. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got to play 4 quarters. We got to, we got to close this thing out. And I think coming in, and maybe the second drive, when we put some points on the board. That's you never relax, but we felt pretty good. Anybody else?
Blake, to your side of things, you guys had that lead last week and you ended up giving it away. What did you guys say in the locker room? What did you say last week? What did you say this week? How are the tweaks different?
Yeah, so after last week, the biggest thing that the coaches preached and the biggest thing that we preached as a unit was to how we were going to react from that game, from that second half last week. And so we kind of used that as fuel throughout the week. And the biggest thing was we could either let that game catapult us in a positive direction or in a negative direction. And, the coaches put us in positions all week to practice. We knew they were going to throw everything at us. We were in the right spots. And I think we used today to catapult us, or used last week to catapult us in the right direction. So.
Was there any points where you guys felt nervous because last week kind of just snuck up and bit you? Was that feel out there today at all?
I think as a unit, we really tried to keep that out of our minds. And Coach Gallus always preaches, 1-0, always worry about first down. And so the biggest thing we're really focusing on is just the next play. Just the next play and keep playing, and just that 1-0 mentality. So.
You were on the punt coverage team on the touchdown?
Yeah.
how much of a battle? It looked like it was more of a scramble between Lopers to see who was going to end up with the ball.
I did notice that. I was coming down the field and I wasn't sure what was going on, and then I see 3 blue jerseys fighting over the ball. Yeah, it was just kind of funny, but you got the touchdown, and that's what really helped.
Who won?
I think Gabe came up.
Gabe got it.
Yeah,
Dang
Gabe
it.
got
All right.
Blake talked about the other one. I think you're the one that caused the fumble when he was trying to jump earlier near midfield. They
Yep.
fumbled it, and then we throw the trick play right after that. How big was that momentum shift?
That was huge. So I'm coming down on punt coverage and just trying to get a good angle on the return man. You know, he's a really good return man in the conference, and we prepared for that all week. So I was just taking a good angle. I saw him jump in the air, tried to hit him, and then next thing I know, the ball pops out. Blue jersey's got it. So that was big for us.
How do you keep your concentration as a punt returner? It seems like this year you've had a lot of catches inside traffic, and how do you do that?
I always I have faith in my teammates because the biggest thing we preach is to watch the return man if you're on that PBR team. And so I mean, if I run into an opposing guy, obviously that'll be a penalty or whatnot. So I just trust my teammates and try to put myself in a good position to catch the ball. So.
TJ, another solid game. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but you continue to operate this offense really well. And you guys have gone through a meat grinder of a schedule thus far. Outside of Missouri Southern, you guys are playing the upper half of the MIAA conference. How good is this preparing you for the rest of the season, and is it good to have this tough of a schedule out of the gates? I got 6-7 weeks into the season now.
Honestly, this prepared us for the whole season. Everybody in the MIAA tough. We know that we come in week out and we prepare like we want to win, that we'll put ourselves in a good position to win. And that's what Coach preaches to us every day, Coach Lynn. He tells us MIAA is one of the hardest divisions, and we know that. So if you don't bring your A game, we know we can get beat at any point. Just like last week, we was up, everybody thought it was all sweet and dandy, but down to the wire, you still got to play 4 quarters. And as many people, they say that, oh, the Loper offense is rolling, we still don't think we put together 4 quarters yet. That's just one thing we pride ourselves on, and we want to get better every practice, and that's one thing I like about this team. We grind it out, and we're going to stay together.
What does 4 quarters of this offense from start to finish look like?
For the most part, we doing the little things like it's not executing, it's little small critiques like, oh, blocking a guy a certain way, me handing the ball off when I need to. Sometimes I get jumpy and want to pull it. It's just little things that tie into it, but as an offense, I feel like we're getting better and better each week, and we'll continue to do that.
What does today's win mean to you in this program right now?
It means a lot. I think we're doing something special here at UNK, and we always tell ourselves never get too high, never get too low. Always stay on that narrow and just keep playing football and just keep being humble as a team. I think that's one thing that we want to do is keep being humble. We like being under the radar. As much as people say, oh, number 22 ranked, we don't pay too much mind to that. Just keep grinding it out.
Talk about the touchdown pass to Kylan. That was just an excellent pass. It looked like it was covered, but you put it right there.
Believe it or not, we worked that play all practice. A couple times in practice, I underthrew him. He's fast. Kylan's pretty fast. So I knew if we had that one-on-one matchup that I was going to go to him. And he did a great job of using his hands and winning. And I happened to throw a great ball.
Josh, he talks about trying to stay under the radar. You guys are not under the radar anymore.
No.
This is a team that should be feared at every single stop the rest of the way. How do you keep them to have that mindset when it's almost impossible, I think?
Hey, look, we're the only school in the MIAA Nebraska. We're going to be different, and you know, I think we're getting people's best shot now. I'll tell you that. And I will tell you this though, I don't have to say a lot to these guys. You know, I sit there and I give them the ground. You know, try to keep them grounded. It's not me. I mean, they come to work every single day. They work hard. They put the time in the film room. You know, another thing too, this group is fun to be around, and there's something to that. I mean, we come to work and we don't have to coach effort. We don't have to coach being on time. We don't have to coach, you know, these young men to do the small things that we don't have to preach the small things because they're already doing it, and that makes it really fun for a coach. And there's accountability piece, and it's a pretty special when the players hold each other accountable and the coaches just talk about it. And so, you know, we're going to get everybody's best effort. We're going to continue to do what we're doing. We're not going to change anything. We're going to keep doing what we've done for the last 5 years and play Loper football and keep, you know, try to keep our head down, just keep working.
Tell me about your hat.
The yellow hat.
Is that the one you've been wearing all season?
This is the one I've been wearing since 2017. I bet you guys didn't know that.
I had a feeling it was. That's why I'm asking about the hat. What's the story behind your hat?
Well, first of all, this was the hat that was given to me when we first ordered hats, and I've changed it up some. And the last time I changed it up was against Central Missouri. In 2019 when they came back and rattled off the 2-minute miracle, or it wasn't a miracle, they beat us. But from then on, I thought, well, I better keep that. Better keep the man with the yellow hat. So no, that's the same hat I've been wearing since 17.
That it? Yeah.
I only wear it on game days too. So.